In a forgotten corner of old fairytale England, beneath crooked rooftops where the chimneys leaned like tired guardians, there was an attic that few had ever seen. Dusty, dim, and often overlooked, it was not a place of grandeur, yet in its shadows a quiet magic was alive. For in that attic lived Alice, a white cat, slender and graceful, with sapphire eyes that seemed to carry both sorrow and hope. Her world was small, the cracked beams above, the faded blanket on her chair, the golden glow of a worn little lamp. Yet within those humble walls she nurtured a dream larger than any ballroom, brighter than any crown. Every evening, when the world below fell silent, Alice would climb the creaking stairs, sit before her mannequin, and begin to sew. Her paws, gentle and precise, guided the needle through scraps of fabric, velvet the color of midnight, lace as fine as cobwebs, pearls strung like captured raindrops. On the rough wooden walls she pinned her sketches. Gowns that belonged not to this dusty attic, but to palaces lit by chandeliers, to halls filled with music, to women who walked with grace as if born of starlight. Alice wore only a plain brown dress of coarse linen, patched at the elbows, and an apron whose pockets were frayed by years of use. But in her eyes shone a flame. With every stitch, she was not merely sewing cloth, she was stitching pieces of her dream into being. And yet, every night when she set her needle down, a whisper of doubt would rise. Who will ever see this? Who will believe that a seamstress hidden in shadows could bring forth gowns worthy of queens? One winter's evening, as frost painted silver feathers on the attic windows, Alice worked on a piece of fabric spun from threads that shimmered like captured moonlight. She leaned close, her braid of silver hair falling over her shoulder, her lips pressed in concentration. She did not hear the footsteps climbing the stair, nor the faint creak of the door opening. Only when a soft voice broke the silence did she startle. "I have followed the light," said the voice. Alice looked up, and her breath caught. In the doorway stood Louis, the tall grey cat prince. His royal waistcoat of dark sapphire glowed faintly in the lamplight, embroidered with golden insignia. Yet it was not his attire that struck her most, it was his gaze. Gentle, curious, filled with warmth rather than judgment. "This room shines," Louis continued, stepping into the glow. "Even through the cracks of the roof, your light escapes. I had to see what magic was hidden here." Alice flushed, her ears trembling. She tried to cover the shimmering fabric, embarrassed that a prince should see her humble work. "It is nothing," she whispered, lowering her eyes. "Just a foolish dream of a girl who will never walk among crowns." But Louis shook his head, his voice steady as he crossed the room. "These are not foolish dreams," he said, his paw brushing the sketches pinned to the wall. His eyes widened at the